most romanced. Reminds me, baby, of you. I took a crazy chance, and next time I'll be true. I'll be true. I'll be true. And footsteps on the dance floor reminds me, baby, of you. Teardrops in my eyes, and next time I'll be true. Yes, I will. And whispers in the corner room. She cries on every tune, every tune, every tune. And the music don't feel like it did when I felt it with you. Nothing that I do or feel ever feels like I felt it with you. I'm hurting deep inside. She cries on every tune. I break down and cry. I cry. She cries on every tune. Every tune. Every tune. And footsteps on the dance floor reminds me, baby, of you. Teardrops in my eyes. And next time I'll be true. I'll be true. I'll be true. And the music don't feel like it did when I felt it with you. Nothing that I do or feel ever feels like I felt it with you. See, the music just don't feel like it did when nothing that I do or feel ever feel not like I better with you, baby. It just don't feel the same since I know. It's not like I felt it with you. I felt it with you. I felt it with you. Nothing feels the same. Nothing feels the same. Oh, 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 say nothing feels the same.
Talented, lovely and very nice. My thanks to Joss Stone, and their single Teardrops is out now. My next guest is one of the greatest soul voices of recent times. She rocketed to stardom at the age of just 13 after winning the BBC singing contest Star for a Night, before going on to win 2 Brit Awards, a Grammy, and selling over 10 million albums worldwide. Welcome the sensational Joss Stone. Lovely to see you. The last thing we did together was the Diamond Jubilee pageant in front of the Queen.
Wasn't that amazing?
It was an astonishing evening, wasn't it, really? And you sang there. But I think, you know, I was just sort of doing the presenting bit, but to actually stand there and sing out on that to that enormous arena and all those thousands of people and the Queen must be a bit scary, wasn't it?
That was so scary, oh my goodness. And I was worried about getting the words wrong and everything. It was Ain't No Mountain High Enough, I
Yes,
think
it was. Yeah, great.
Oh,
yeah.
And the horses, they were all running all over the place. And oh God, it was so scary. And it's coming back to me now, I'm thinking, oh no. But I got through it, it was good.
But you did get through it. It was a wonderful thing to do.
It was really, really
and
fun.
the music seems with you to go from strength to strength, but you've always struck me as a person who knows what she wants to do, excuse me, who is not afraid to go out and do it her way. And it takes great bravery sometimes. I mean, you left EMI, you gave them a whole raft of money back that they're giving to you and said, no, I want to do it my way. And if that isn't putting your money where your mouth is, no pun intended, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
How strongly do you feel about being your own person in that respect, musically?
I think once you've figured out what your want is, then it's easy to make these decisions. You know, it's like, well, I make music for a couple of reasons. You know, I want to make people feel. I do it for myself as well. It's kind of a selfish thing because it just feels good to me to emote with a band and to be part of music. I love it. But, you know, you only need a certain amount of funds to do that. You don't need millions and millions and millions. You just need enough to make more. So I figured, as long as I can do that and I can finance making more albums and touring, then I don't need all that. So why am I doing it? So it kind of didn't make any sense to me. So I thought, all right, I'll just make my music and do it that way.
Just like that. Just like. Who were your idols when you were growing up? I mean, who did you really love? And have they changed over the years? Do you love different people now?
Yeah, I do. I mean, because I've come across other artists, like new artists that I love. But when I was growing up, it was mainly Aretha Franklin and Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Those were the voices that I listened to constantly. And India Arie I listened to a lot.
How long did it take you to be happy, if a singer ever is, happy with your own voice? I mean, was there a point you reached with your, oh, I'm actually singing quite well now?
It took me ages.
Did it?
Yeah, I think the first two records, which are the most popular records, just, it's funny because I was learning how to sing. So when I listen back to it, I'm like, oh my goodness, what are they thinking? But yeah, I had a very, very young voice and I didn't know quite how to move it and do with it what I wanted. And then when I got to the third album, then I started to think, OK, I think I can figure this out now.
I can do this.
I can make this sound good.
And enjoy it as well, because I think it must be dreadful if you're such a perfectionist that you can never quite enjoy where you are.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you really want to be in the moment as well, don't you? I think, I'm getting a great crack out of this.
That's why I like to make albums quick, because I'm in the moment.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, Joss, calm down. Take a little bit longer than 2 weeks. But I just like to do it. I like to go in, mic up, play, feel amazing, and then give it to the world.
And clear off.
Yeah, that's
You've managed, now that you've
thing.
become such a name, to duet with some of, you know, some great names. Favourite moments?
I think singing with James Brown was probably the best.
Wow.
That was the best.
Can you believe you're saying that?
I know.
Oh, singing with James Brown, you know.
That was so good. I think it was kind of... Partly it was the best because I didn't know it was going to happen until about 24 minutes before, you know, so...
no time to get nervous.
There was no time and it was like, it's happening right now. I can't believe this is happening.
When was that?
I was, probably 17, 18.
Yeah, very
a while
early
ago,
to do
yeah.
that.
I was on Jonathan Ross show.
Yeah.
And he basically said to James in the interview, because he makes you watch, so then he can, like, talk to you as it's going. So we're watching, listening, and he goes, so James, you know Joss is back there? And James is like, yeah. He's like, so why don't you sing with her later then? And I'm looking at him like, oh my God.
You never asked me this.
Yes. Yeah, I was so scared, but it was great.
You're going to sing Teardrops for us later on.
Yeah.
Is it fun doing cover versions, or again, is there a kind of, I've got to be as good or better than the previous one?
I think it needs to be different, because it can't really... These songs on this album, a lot of them are just... They're kind of perfect. There's one on there by Betty Swan called Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye. And I really didn't want to do it, actually. I was kind of like, I can't touch this song, it's too lovely.
Well, you can.
But you have to make it different in order to feel good about it. So I just made it as different as I could.
Well, Joss will be back later in the show performing your latest single, Teardrops, live. This is the album, The Soul Sessions, Volume 2, with a wonderfully psychedelic cover. I remember the first time that design came in. I tell you, for now, my thanks to the lovely Joss Stone. Lovely to see you. Thank you.